Alright, so... looks like we got a Diablo with a little bit of a driver's incident. No power to his steering wheel. Hello everybody on Twitch, and hello YouTube for when I post this on YouTube. This is round 2 at Yas Marina of the Paddock Sim Racing Endurance GT Championship. Yas Marina night circuit, so this is our only race at night. Well, it's technically not night because we're under the lights. We're currently on our parade / pace lap of this race. Yep. Drivers getting back into grid position, trying to get some heat in their tires. SSR fun for us as we head down the second front straight at Yas Marina. Drivers spread out, getting heat in their tires. Hour 45 of racing. Who is your pick? Who is your guesses so far to come out on top this evening? Stripes and GT3 ran great practice laps in the practice session. Toru ran a great clean lap in qualifying. Got a lot of beautiful paint jobs here this evening as well, as they're about to start doubling up. There we go. Everyone's getting in order. Yeah, I'm here, guys. All right, green, 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 green. As we're on board with Diablo. Diablo as he's 3 wide heading into turn 2. Both Astons and a McLaren sandwich as Bat goes around the outside of that McLaren. Team Diablo losing a handful of spots there from Lucky and Bat. Poor start from him as Toru still out in front with GT3 and LSEM stripes all over the back of that fat Bentley. As GT3 and stripes get out in front. Oh, this stripe falls in behind. Let's jump up front with them at the moment. Jump back into this replay camera as they head into the double hairpin. After the long straight. Ooh, Stripes having to dive to the outside to avoid a rear-end collision there with the Bentley. Full tires are afoot. Drivers complaining of grip problems as they head down the second longest straight here. It's got a bit of a turn to it. Stripes heavy on the brakes to the outside. Bat looking to the inside. Lucky. Got a little bit of sandwich action going on. 3 wide as the sticky curbs collect LSEM stripes from second to battling with 8th at the moment of fun. Black CR1 doing well to maintain his position on track at the moment. That's a big upset there for the Aston team. Diablo still losing one position on track. Too bad. Drivers already kind of spread out at the moment. As they head through onto their first flyer here. Wide for Diablo. Here's McLaren. Jump up front with Toru. Doing his dandiest to try and catch up to GT3 in the Audi. Audi out front at the moment. Toru getting seriously close to the back of that Audi. Through the hairpin onto the back straight. Jump back in the pack a little bit. Drivers are quite spread out at the moment. Got a nice little battle here for 6th and 7th between Diablo and Black CR1. Black CR1 heavy on the brakes into the hairpin. A little bit of fender tap there from the Porsche to the McLaren as Stripes looks up the inside of Black CR1 to claim the 7th position overall at the moment. Had a little bit of an issue earlier, dropping back from this pack. And last, a little bit of a chain reaction there between the McLaren, Aston, and Porsche, the tight section. We'll jump back up front as the battle continues up there. Not as close as it seems on the map, but it's a tight section. GT3, SVR Toru, AMR Lucky, and that all in a row, all different machines. Get back through 4th place, and drop back just a little bit to Fun in his Ferrari. Pulling the gap on Diablo and Stripes. Just that one lap, just a few laps in. Spread out at the moment. It's still a foot here for 6th, 7th, and 8th. And Stripes looks up the inside there of Diablo. Heavy into the braking zone. And on the 2nd straight here. Stripes with a great run out of that double kink. Double hairpin. Black CR1 still in the shadow of this McLaren. Stripes. Started in 2nd place overall, had a bit of an incident there on the first lap, dropped back to 8th overall, and is now making the charge back up front. As everyone is kind of putting themselves in pace. A lot of racing left. I feel like a lot of drivers are pushing incredibly hard this early in the race. Yeah, although a lot of these drivers really don't need to run clutch just because of the relationship with the machines. They have how they're performing. Performance of with great pace through that long sweeper to the heavy braking zone. GT3 doing a great job in his Audi. A basic little design. The Audi Sport. Sponsored Audi up front. Really putting the hurting on Toru's Bentley here at the moment. Looks like we got a decent battle for the back of the pack between 9th, 10th, and 11th. Tampa, followed by Nighthawk and Smokes in the back there. Pennzoiled Aston, heavy braking to the double hairpin. Back up here with Lucky and Bat as the battle rages on with them. Get rid of the map for now. It's like the worst camera angle to have. But oh, his back gets a little sideways through the hotel section. Lost a little bit of ground. He was all over the back of Lucky, and now Fun has had the opportunity to bring himself closer to Lucky and Bat as they battle on that Ferrari of Fun. Very quick. Not out of the box, but as the stint goes on in that Ferrari, especially this track, loving the mid-engines. Especially through practices, we've seen that be the case. Mid-engines, the team seem to work a little better here. Stripes in 6, really putting a hurting on trying to hustle his way back up the field from 6th or from 2nd to 8th to now 6th, bringing himself ever so closer to that Ferrari of Fun, which is right out in front of him. Not a lot of spread at the moment, as you can see on the map, between those top, let's say probably top 8 drivers between GT3 and Black CR1. Kind of incident or slip up will bring the whole field right back together. Although, as I say that, you can definitely tell that GT3 and Toru are on a different pace than the rest of the field. Those two are really feeling the cars out. Toru not do so well in the last race. Had a bit of an incident at the top of the hill at Bathurst. He pull up the point standings from last race as they head through the hotel section. The color changes on the roof of the hotel makes the paint just really pop in some of those liveries on the GT machines. Through the final sector onto the front straight. And Toru in 2nd place had a comfortable lead in the last race for a while. With a little bit of an incident there at the top of the hill, Toru fell to 2nd, and Stripes, LSEM Stripes, took that victory just a few weeks ago. As most of these drivers are here this weekend as well. We're missing a few. We're missing SVR Boxer and Championship 4 on the grid, but a lot of these drivers are here, so they will acquire as many points as possible for the remainder of the season. And a few of the admins are working together to try and bring some goodies, some prizes to the competitors that do well in this series. So there'll be more news on that later on. Nighthawk with a little bit of damage. So he will have to pay. Nighthawk. A little bit of damage there. We'll jump back up front with the battle of the lead at the moment. Toru still all over the back of that Audi. These guys are doing a great job of just keeping each other under pressure, moving themselves away from the main pack in the field. Hello everybody joining the stream as well. Down the front straight. A little over 15 minutes gone off the clock. Drivers will be pitting, making their first pit stops here in about 13 minutes or so. They're going to want to push as hard as possible to try and get themselves in a comfortable position for when they have to make their pit cycles. Now, Lucky making a little bit of a great escape from that mid-pack battle, as that Fun and Stripes all together now on track, as the right behind them is CPS Diablo. That McLaren is not the fastest in a straight line, but it definitely has some of the momentum. So the first sector and parts of that third sector is well fast. Ooh, a little bit of tap from Ferrari to Porsche through the double kink there, the double hairpin. As it upsets the Ferrari and he loses a spot to Stripes. Stripes takes great advantage of the situation between the two, heading into the third hairpin as they go through the hotel section. Jump back up front to the battle with Toru and GT3. About to go through once again, down through the front lane. GT3 gets a little sideways on the last corner. That big-bodied Bentley hurtling around some of these corners and run down that GT3 Audi R8, heavy under braking as they head through the stadium section. Excuse me. On the bumper of that Audi. Nighthawk a little further back. I don't know if he still has damage on his car. Look at telemetry at the moment. Looks like he went in through pit lane, so he is now fixed. Doesn't look like he lost too much ground to the rest of the field. So he's got a little bit, yeah, he lost a decent amount of space, but it's not salvageable, or it is salvageable. Caution comes out, or just pace, putting his head down. He's got a lot of racing left with an hour, well over an hour 15 left in the race. One of my favorite designs. Very simple, very clean, very Pennzoil. Toru on the driver's radio is bribing GT3. Having none of that. Lucky in third with teammate Stripes in fourth. So right now they're doing well on the team's points. But with Bat and Fun close in tow to that highlighter Aston, Stripes is really pulling the two of them along right back up to Lucky. Once they all get together, the battling will commence once again. Tampa and Smokes as they head through the final corner, down the front straight, into turn one. The Mickey-sponsored Audi. Jump on board with Black CR1 chasing that McLaren of CPS Diablo. Well, things are kind of calm here. We'll jump on board with this mid-pack. Earlier today, we ran our Formula E Series round 2 at Rio. It was a lot of fun. SVR Toru participated as well as a few of our other drivers. A small field at the moment, but it is a lot of fun to throw those little electric-powered Formula E cars around some of the tight courses that Forza has to offer. We've done Homestead Short Circuit, Rio National Reverse, and coming up is Hockenheim Short Circuit for our next race. And next weekend is our third series that we are running. We are running a NASCAR Truck Series as well, and that is a lot of fun. We did Daytona last weekend in our NASCAR Truck Series. A little caution heavy, not gonna lie, but it was a lot of fun when we did have our green flags running. Some great green flags running. But next weekend we will be tackling Watkins Glen Short with the bus stop. So that is going to be a fun race to watch and a fun race to participate in. All of our series are open registration series, so you can, oh, it's fun, Bully's Bat to try and get an inside line through the stadium section. Bat says no on that maneuver. Now all of our series, including this one here, it's an open registration. You can register. All of the rules and regulations are on our website. There's a link below, and there's a link in the chat a little bit further up. Yeah, feel free to register and join, or just hang out and watch. You know, give us a little follow and go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do a lot of racing. As you can tell, we've been racing for almost a half an hour now. And it is green flag racing so far all the way. As you can see, these guys are really pushing hard. So the caution heavy race of the NASCAR Truck Series is not always the case. These guys are literally side by side through the tightest sector of this track, doing well to maintain speed. These two are really going at it at the moment between Bat and Fun. Heavy on the brakes as they're still side by side from the hairpin of the back straight to the hotel sector. That is some great racing as Bat is still side by side with Fun at the moment as they head through the final couple corners to the front section of this track. We're going to move up the field just a little bit with GT3 losing his overall position to SVR Toru. Toru in that big body Bentley using all that anime power of himself to get out in front of that GT3 Audi. Driven by GT3. What a great battle this is as GT3 goes wide to look for a setup of an over-under to get the power down that straight. Doesn't look like he gets the run as that Bentley definitely has some serious power coming out of the twin-turbo V8. A lot of the drivers are frantically wishing for a caution at this point in time. As GT3 looks to the inside under braking, doesn't get the maneuver, but still looks to the outside line. Can't quite, as they get fender locked, heading it down the second straight, losing a little bit of speed. They're really putting the hurting on each other now. With just 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go until pit windows open. Just a few more minutes until pit windows are open, guys. Oh, I am. I'm watching both of them. I'm watching the GT3 and Toru, and I've been going back and forth between Stripes, Bat, and Fun, or Lucky and Stripes. But what happened to Lucky? Where'd he go? Oh no, did we lose Lucky? Yeah, no. He was holding it down in third place there for a while. The battle between Black CR1 and Diablo is still real. Oh, there's... Yeah, Lucky got lagged out. My stopwatch is as accurate as the in-game clock, but I got about 1 minute 20 seconds until pits are open. Okay, alright, so it's pretty close. $130. 130 to the 115. The battle between a lot of these drivers. Are raging on. Pit windows are about to open within the next minute. So we'll see who dives into pit lane and who stays out as the battle between GT3 and Toru continues to rage on as GT3 takes the lead back. We have yet to see a pass. I keep missing it. I apologize. But the battle between them is so... Yeah, take care, Black Knight. Have a good one. little bit getting squirrely there between GT3 and SVR Toru. Toru gets the inside line, GT3 on the outside, but he's got the faster line. As they were battling, Stripes has been reeling them in with some ferocious lap times, really throwing it down as he is right there behind them. Well, I really don't have a way to judge that because I don't have anybody in the race to verify time. Because Yuma show up. I'll see if I can review on the stream after. I'll mark a note. Stripes, as we're riding along with him, is he's really putting the hammer down trying to catch these two out in front. Once he reaches them, I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen between the battle between GT3 and Toru has been super vicious. So we'll see, because they're about to go through pit cycles as well, as we have drivers in pit lane at the moment. But you can't really see anything. Alright, Diablo leaving pits, as is Black CR1. As Black CR1 and Diablo leave pits, they are still... Oh, looks like Diablo got a better run out of into the pits there. Up on board with LSEM Stripes as they're about to head through the hotel section. As GT3 and Toru are still side by side as they head through the very complicated switchback section. Hello everybody joining the stream. I just noticed. Hi guys! You were joining us about a half an hour into this race. About a half an hour into an hour 45-minute race. About an hour and 26 minutes left. We're going through our first pit windows. These top three, it was the top two as GT3 and SVR Toru battled it out, as we are currently riding on board with LSEM Stripes, who just caught this battle. We'll see if who dives into pit lane this time about, and it's Toru. Toru dives in from the leading battle at the moment. We'll see if that will pay off in a lap or two. Due to pit cycles, it is about 15 minutes of pit window opportunity. All drivers will have to pit within that time. So we'll see who gets the better pace on hotter tires on the lesser fuel load. Toru with the newer, fresher tires and open air possibility. Or GT3 and Stripes, the worn tires and less fuel on board for the open air scenario. Only time will tell, so we will find out here in a minute as we're going to jump back. Everyone is very spread out at the moment, so we'll jump on board with Smokes as he is being chased a little bit further back, but he's being chased by Nighthawk in his Aston Martin. They head through the section. Oh, Nighthawk getting a little squirrely there as he heads into heading to the hotel sector there. A lot of racing left. Pits still need to be made. Everybody is all over the place on track, as you can tell. A lot of drivers are kind of hoping for a caution at the moment. They're too fast and they're too good to make mistakes. So we'll see who ends up on top. Once pit windows are done, we'll drop back to fourth after pits. Fun, just a little bit further back from the top two at the moment of GT3 and LSEM Stripes. As they head through the hotel section. This has been an exciting battle as both of them dive into pit lane for their first pit stop. Yeah, he's just following in. Stripes with no communication, no broken mic, but it's fun for us. Also in pit lane, in his pink Ferrari, pit stalls right in front of them as they both leave pit lane. As they're about to come out of pit lane, and it looks like Toru. We'll see where they come out at as Toru comes across the line, and Fun now leaves his pit box. Drivers are anxiously trying to go faster on the pit limiter as Toru sees them on the left as he's got full power. Wow, LSEM Stripes and GT3 had the better of the strategies as Toru is now officially in third place behind Stripes. Due to pit cycles, Toru having to do a lot of work now to catch back up to them, but he is on the hotter tires. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You were doing very well. I hope we see you, Team Lucky. I figured you were lucky. The scenarios matched. That's okay. Toru doesn't have his teammate here either, so both will be collecting half points in the battle. It'll just be who comes out on top. So, although Lucky Stripes at the moment has a few more points than the Scuba guys. So we'll see who's on top there. I'm kind of hoping for a caution at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. Like the battles have been great, but I really want to get everybody back together on track for some good old-fashioned door-to-door banging racing. Toru almost goes by touching the sand through the hotel section. Can't speak anymore. I'm just so excited. Toru's gonna have to put on a great showing to catch Stripes, who has carved his way through the field. The first lap incident that put him back to 8th from 2nd place. So we'll see if he can maintain pace out on track as Toru was pole sitter, now back to 3rd. As Fun and Bat still together out on track, just behind them, a little bit further back. The whole Porsche and the pink Ferrari. It sounds like a band. But they're going to be pushing hard to try and catch one another. Maybe use each other for speed down these straights to try and catch the top 3. I don't know if that's actually possible with the drafting here to actually gain any kind of speed. Another, but drivers, like 4 groups right now out on track. The front 3, this mid-pack. A little bit further back, you have Diablo and Black ZR1. guys of Nighthawk, Tampa, and Smoke. Smoke's out in front of that group just a little bit, the length of the front straight. So he's been putting on some good work in his Audi. Definitely tell that Audi is very, very fast here. From GT3 actually out front right now in his Audi. Mid engine's doing very well on track. Stripes still right there. Toru reeled him in just a little bit through the hotel section. Oh, it looks like he got squirrely there. I couldn't quite see that. Drop back and hammer. Who do I need to pay to make a mistake to get that caution? We have been 45 minutes now on, well, almost 45 minutes on green flag running at Yas Marina. Who would have thought? 45 minutes of green flag running so far at Yas Marina. Especially at night. Well, you really can't tell too much. It's night. The sun's still out. That's besides the point. Forza doesn't know how to do dynamic weather day-night cycles. They really know how to do track limits, so cameras for a while. All of these paint jobs are just so nice. So clean, so crisp. Nighthawk having a poor run this evening. It's like he's retiring the car after hitting a wall. And one Aston down, two Astons down. Astons are dropping like flies. One from a DC issue, and one from a, I guess, mechanical issue. And not the greatest setup on the car. Having a couple issues there with damage. And then 9 drivers left. Be a great time to tell you to register for our race series. For drivers. Always love fast, clean racing drivers on Forza Motorsport 7. Yes, Tampa, that is correct. This front battle is going to be a long, drawn-out duel between the drivers. Very different chassis between them. Mid-engines. Audi. Front-engined, naturally aspirated Aston. Front engine, big body Bentley, the twin turbo V8. All putting power down in different characteristics. They are doing well to put the pressure on each other so far in this race. As we are just less than an hour left in racing. Just have one pit window left to go. Braking into the stadium section for the top three. A little bit of wiggle there from GT3 as he gets underpowered. Drop back to fun. Is Ferrari on the map. Bat still hanging on to back end of that Ferrari. Not wanting to let him go. A little further back, you have CPS Diablo in 6th place, qualified 4th overall at the beginning of the race, dropped 2 positions. Not the fastest in a straight line, but a very nimble car nonetheless. At Total McLaren. Also a very pretty paint job. CPS Diablo. Back to Black CR1 and his Porsche factory paint schemed RSR. Who's missing a rear wing at the moment. Not sure when that happened or how that incident went down. Oh, I believe it was from the heavy sliding action from Black CR1 into the second hairpin there. Third hairpin. Not sure if he has damage on his machine or not. No damage on his machine. We'll let him be for now, as he lost a lot of space to CPS Diablo. Is slow and steady. He's doing well to maintain in the race. Oh no, his bat! Looks like he had a bit of an incident there. Battery included, has DC'd. That is a shame. He was doing very well up in this race, as we are dropping like flies. The servers just can't maintain themselves in Forza anymore. Front with GT3. Now stripes all over the back of GT3. Not quite. That Audi's definitely got some get up and go out of these hairpinned corners. Kind of the disadvantage of that Aston Martin. It's got the top speed. We are 50 minutes left in the race. The Stripes does a side tap to that wall. A few more of those, and that could be harmful to the powertrain of one of those cars, as SVR Toru still there, still charging behind those top two. A lot of race remaining. We're into the halfway point. Just past the halfway point. As looks like it's getting brighter out on track. I'm not sure if that's my eyes fooling me or if the sun is coming up. Not sure what looks like for him. It looks like. Very weird camera angle. Guys are starting to get quiet. It's that point in the race where the driver's radio becomes very quiet. Not a lot of talking, a lot of the energy has calmed down, focused into their hands and not on the chatter. Oh, it's almost over, Toru. You're over halfway. You can do it. Some of the drivers trying to keep themselves occupied. As looks like Tampa and Smokes are almost in the blue flag scenario where they're about to be lapped by the race leaders. It only took about an hour to do so. That Audi reeling in the backside of that McLaren. Smokes got a little frisky there, getting into the side of Tampa's Mercedes and took himself around, coming through the first hairpin there. Hello everybody joining, we are just over halfway in our hour 45-minute race. First pit windows have been completed. We are swiftly approaching the second. This is round 2 of Yas Marina, the Paddock Sim Racing Endurance GT Championship, Season 2. Had so much fun last season, we brought it back for our winter season of racing. We also started 2 new series, our NASCAR Trucks and Formula E. NASCAR Trucks are on the opposing schedule dates for the GT Championship, so drivers can both. And Formula E is on its own schedule because it's midday. It's 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, as Smokes is now having blue flags for the leaders. Alright, Smokes, you got blue flags, leaders behind you. Those 3 are scrunched up once again as they catch Smokes. And through the first sector here. Those guys up front are really pushing hard, trying to stay away from each other, not really trying to count down the laps, just trying to stay out in front or catch the leader. GT3 is putting on a clinic right now, out in front of his Audi Sport, Audi R8. As Stripes looks up the inside of GT3 at the moment there. Not sure if he got that capitalized or not. No, GT3 out in front of Stripes, but barely. Stripes pushing him down that front, that long straight into the hairpin. Stripes looking to the inside, dives back under. Blue flags with Smokes out in front. Smokes kind of gets out of the way because didn't know really where to go there. As these guys are racing hard. as I wouldn't quite say heads-up racing, but kind of nice of him to know to kind of stay out of the way, but diving off track like that is just as dangerous as being overly competitive for a lapped car down. As Toru, after that battle of the side-by-side scenario, is now all over the back of LSEM Stripes. And just like that, the action heats up, and now they're about to attack Tampa and his Mercedes. At the moment, the GT3 Stripes and SVR Toru. Oh, as the Tampa goes wide through the hotel section, allowing all three of them to make their way by. That is some heads-up driving there. As they are now nose to tail heading across the front straight. That Audi just launches so nicely out of the corners. Oh no. We lose fun too? No. Yeah, we lost fun. That is a shame. They're dropping like flies. Forza servers, why? Oh, Stripes going for that same move up the inside on GT3. But that Audi gets such a good run out of the corners. He's going to have to make a move under braking. But he can't be too overly ambitious on his attacks because he's got that Bentley right in his mirror. As they head through the double hairpin back onto the second straight under the bridge. Yeah, the DCs are real right now. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Oh, his Stripes gets real close and personal with GT3. The controller disconnect. Controller disconnect from Tampa at the moment. Can you move, Tampa? Alright, I'm going to pull full course yellow just so he's not in anybody's way because he's about to go through a tight section. So yellow, 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 yellow. Full course yellow. Yellow flags are out. Nope, not yet. Yes, 45 to the 15. So you have a whole half an hour for pit window. Yeah, you can pit because of damage, yes. Yeah, the two cars, 55. Well, 45 to the 15 is, 15 minutes is the end of the race. Half an hour of pit window. Yeah, you guys will get the wave around, so catch the field. And then, yeah, I'm gonna, and nobody moves. Yet, smokes, not yet. Wait till the whole field gets there. Never mind. Don't listen. I said you will get the go around once the whole field is there. It happens, man. Alright. Leaders are in the double hairpin. A little bit. First caution. That was a very long green flag run. Yep, once everybody is caught, actually, yeah, Tampa, once you catch up, Smokes and yourself will get the wave around. So maintain pace speed until Tampa gets there, and then the wave around will happen. Oh, you got Black CR1 who is further back there as well. He'll catch up to wave around, so probably do 1, maybe 2 more laps depending on where they're at on track. Yeah, if they're really cooking, they should be able to make it around for 1 more. Is Tampa there? Yeah. So once Tampa gets there, then you and Tampa can go. Black is in grid position, so he won't have to really worry about that. He's just got to catch up to the pack. Alright, Smokes, go ahead. Everybody watch out for Smokes and Tampa as they make their way by. Jesus. Alright, Smokes and Tampa, you guys are at race pace but no passing. Catch up to the field. Black Sierra 1, yeah, there you are. A little bit of calm before the storm. Watch the pretty fireworks from GT3's Audi as they head down the street. Well, hopefully it'll be a little more exciting now that you're back with the pack. Black, you are missing your wing, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed that. Yep. You guys got not too much longer to go. They're just now crossing the start and finish line. Negative 1. Oh, well, yeah, you guys are a little bit ahead of my viewing. Alright, we're probably going to have to do 1 more lap, because they're quite a distance behind. All these paint jobs, they were so pretty, now they're all beat up and dented. there's a car that doesn't have a little bit of car-to-car loving. The field looks so much smaller, and we have some 3 DCs. Toru, off to have a picnic. That's true, there is no pace car you can press. Jaden running pit car for a while, but his schedule has not been lining up properly to do them. We got lovely Black ZR1 doing our NASCAR truck series that he hates. Yeah. Tour car this Friday, coming at you. It's the tour. All cars have to be gold and dubbed. Alright, you got Smokes now with the pack, and Tampa is now with the pack. This time by, everybody, this time by. And shiny. Let me know when you guys are heading into the last corner. Green flag, green flag, green flag. All cars are green. Race delay. Brake on. Top 3 head into turn 1. Diablo dives, looking to the inside. Oh my god, Tampa. That is some great heads up driving by everybody. Good Lord. I know people say cautions bring cautions, but that's too, like, direct of an approach. Alright, with that being the case, that was a thing. That'll be under review later, along with the early pit stop from Bat, I believe, is in my notes, yes. And drivers are now back under full power as GT3 had a great run after that little incident there in turn 1 on the restart. Stripes looking to the outside of CPS Diablo. Has the speed on that McLaren, but couldn't quite get the pass done there as he falls in behind. Diablo running a little wider for that race line. Doing well to keep out of range of that Aston Martin's attack approach. Is Toru right behind Stripes. Both of those drivers losing a position to CPS Diablo in that restart, who came out perfectly fine, as Smokes is now in front of Black ZR1. His wounded Porsche. Stripes. Taking a lot of ground to GT3's. GT3 has clean air out on track. Diablo making it very hard to pass at the moment. God, I hate that camera angle. It is literally the worst for replays. Yeah, indeed that was something. Lucky, I honestly put my hands in my head and shook. Like, I don't... Tampa is special, boy. It's great when his mouth isn't moving. The problem is his mouth won't stop. He's quiet now, so he's doing well. Oh, as Toru and Stripes make their way through. Diablo sacrificing line to gain some speed down that straight, but that twin-turbo V8 of that Bentley is just a muscle down these straights where that McLaren is superiorly outmatched on a track like this. It is incredibly fast for the high-speed cornering tracks like Silverstone or Suzuka, which is next in our calendar. So we'll see what happens with the performance of that machine. It's really suffering here this weekend, but he's doing well to maintain grid position. He's back up to where he started from qualifying. I'm not going to say due to partly some disconnects, and the cautions, but yes, back up to 4th overall, which is going to stand well for points in the long run of the season. The Stripes and Toru have their eyes set on GT3 and his Audi. As the Audi of Smokes is still out in front of Black ZR1. Black ZR1 goes around the outside of Smokes through the hotel section, getting the pass done there. Now the tires are up to temp. Missing a wing on that Porsche, so I'm not sure if he has any downforce issues or not. Not a whole lot of areas where that's really needed. The sweeper, turns 3 and 4, maybe a little bit into the hotel section. Yes, pit window is open from the 45 to the 15. Camera angle just looking at the track, that's something. Black ZR1 maintaining his position over Smokes from the pass through the hotel section. Now he's got his eyes set on CPS Diablo, who is right out in front of him, just a little bit further down the track, as you can't really tell from that camera angle, or that one, because they're useless. Love this game. Well, to maintain track position to the cars in front, you have what I would say a very superior performance for a track that layout like this. As you can see, Diablo and that McLaren very good through these tight-knit sections, as the Bentley and the Aston kind of struggle to put the power down through the slow, twisty bits. traction control is a must for a lot of these rear-wheel drive, front-engine cars. You are a brave man if you are not doing so. Diablo dives into pit lane as pits are open. Smoke's bouncing off the wall into pit lane as well, as they are the first two to dive into pit lane as the others stay out, as Black CR1 will claim 4th overall for staying out on track. As we're jumping up to GT3, who's heading down to the hairpin section, the stadium section. Maintaining a little bit of a gap to LSEM Stripes and SVR Toru. It is a real shame that we have so many DCs right now in this race. That caution would have brought so many great battles back to fruition. The whole battle between Bat, Fun, and Lucky was just straight dissolved from this race with those DCs. It's very unfortunate. GT3 really put power down out of that Audi to try and keep that gap. As Toru trying to look around the outside, heading into the hotel section. Stripes making his move to do the best he can to block the inside line for a braking pass. The more that these two battle, though, the more GT3 will have cleaner air to get away. Toru dives in behind. Double right-hander section here. The last corners. Right-hand sweeper. Turns 3 and 4. GT3 is gapped a little bit now. LSEM and SVR. Points battle between drivers and teams are real for 2nd and 3rd, since their teammates both are out of this race. Do all that they can to maintain points over each other in the team points battle standings. Double hairpin. Toru with a better line. Stripes blocking the exit line. Oh! As there's a spin, as we can't really see anything between Toru and Stripes. I don't think there was any damage between the two of them. It looked like a fender lock scenario, and it took both of them around. No position changes for anybody on track, but that brought Black CR1 right back up to this battle, and GT3 is now set sails. They're going to have to do a lot to catch that battle once again. Toru lost a lot of ground to Stripes in that incident as well. Both drivers are at full speed. No cautions will come out. Black CR1's got the... Oh, as he goes wide. First the commentator, Black CR1 doing all he can to maintain the gap between these two. As it looks like GT3 is now in pit lane. Yeah, GT3 is making his last pit stop of the race. And who else joined him? As Toru stayed out. GT3 Falls back. Stripes in pit lane as well right now. Black ZR1 in pit lane. Approximately let's say 25-ish minutes left remaining in this race as we're on board with LSEM. Stripes leaving pit lane. Black CR1 right behind in tow. And here comes CPS Diablo through turn 3. Out in front of Black ZR1, so Diablo still out in front of the Porsche. There's GT3. Tampa now in second place after not making his pit stop. Claims the second place position, but has to pit soon. Yeah, I couldn't tell what exactly happened due to the camera angle between them. I don't know if Toru waited or Toru got involved in the incident, but that looks like what happened. So, if he waited, yeah, there'll be no driver's incident or a racing incident, so nothing will be of punishment there. All drivers are racing hard, so on board with 77 of Tampa at the moment. In second place, I'm not sure if he's going to go into pit lane this time by or stay out with GT3 right behind him. We'll see. Staying out for the time being as Toru still out on track at the moment as we're going to bring up his telemetry. He's got... wearing his tires down pretty heftily. He's got a decent amount of fuel to run a little bit longer out on track. I don't know if he's going to try and run the tires out as much as possible. And he doesn't want to use too much of his tires because when the tires fall off in Forza, they fall off fast. You'll lose seconds in the lap. Too tire paired on track. That's 75, maybe 80% if you're lucky. On track. Hello everybody joining. We have about 20 minutes left remaining in this race. SVR Toru as he is making his way around Yaz Marina in round 2 of the Paddock Sim Racing Endurance GT Championship. SVR still needing to make his pit stop, as does Tampa. He's in second place. Now third place after losing position to GT3 on track. Toru is going to stay out for at least one more lap. We'll ride on board with Tampa, see if he's going to make his pit in. This time by, we'll pull up his telem. He's got plenty of fuel, plenty of tire left to go, so he might stay out for quite a while. Earlier of him having a controller disconnect. Second overall at the moment as well. GT3 is Audi. Turn 1. Simple design. Very nice. Yeah, Toru's going to lose his tires very quickly. If not already. That thing is very big. And very tire heavy. 86–85%. He's definitely going to start feeling some pace withdrawal here. We'll see if he comes in this time by. I would predict that he would. But Toru is a wild card. That is for sure. Heavy braking into the hotel section right now. With 18 minutes remaining in the race. Yeah, deep fried tires is for sure. We'll see if he goes in pit lane. He's staying out one more lap. That is a brave man. Not sure what's going to happen of his tires, but that was a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Still out in first, about a sector out in front of everybody else. That is the length of pit lane you're witnessing out on track. As GT3 and LSEM Stripes make their way around Tampa, who is still out and still needs to make his pit stop. I don't know if he's doing himself any justice by not pitting as he's falling through the field at the moment. As we'll ride on board with CPS Diablo, who is in the mid-pack at the moment. Going wide in turn one. Slid out there. Yeah, bye-bye tires. Diablo now has Tampa in his sights, which is blue flags as well. Black CR1 is the one he's really got to worry about. The Porsche behind him. As Smokes in 7th overall, maintaining a great gap with the rest of the field. Right on board with Toru, as we'll see if he goes in pit lane this time by. Can't really tell what his lap times are, but it looks like he's maintaining fairly decent pace with 80% tire wear. May just be trying to run the fuel out, but we'll see if he dives in this time by. And yep, there it is. He's in pit lane. We'll see where he comes out comparative to the rest of the field. Bring up the map so we can all watch together. As he's not even in a pit stall. He's in the conference room. The offices. I may be getting a glass of coffee and some donuts. I don't know. Alright, as he's leaving pit lane, you have GT3 making the last corner now, heading down the front straight. He is definitely going to lose position to GT3. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to lose in second place to Stripes. That is going to be the real key here. As Stripes comes in hot to turn one, as Toru still making his way through the tunnel. As you can see, Stripes now into view. Stripes blasting by Toru as he's about to leave pit lane. All that work of staying out, and he came back exactly where he was on track when they made their pit cycle. So you can see the speed comparison of these guys are super close together. That was probably a good 15 minutes of pace separated out on track, only to wind up the same distance from when they merge after pit windows. GT3 now back out in front for the moment. CPS Diablo making his way by Tampa as now Black ZR1 needs to do the same. Tampa still needing to make his pit stop. Everybody else is gone. He has 18 minutes to do so. Mercedes kind of holding Black ZR1 up from chasing down CPS Diablo. Black now makes his way around Tampa. Ooh, a bit of a tap there from Tampa to Black. Black ZR1 is collected and making a turn on it. Ooh, a little bit wide there from both Tampa and Smokes. And he does. He will make the pit this time through, as Smokes will go through and collect 6th overall. We'll jump back up front with the battle going on up there as Toru is inching ever so closer to LSEM Stripes in 2nd place, as GT3 is out front and is not looking back. Very Zebra-esque. The time is ticking down, so the moves and the speed is needed to claim your top spot. So far between these two, maintaining about a 2 to 3 second gap. Track. Jump back just a little bit between the battle of CPS Diablo and Black ZR1. And Smokes as well, as he is in 6th, right behind Black, out on track as they head through the hotel section, the beautifully colored roof of the hotel at Nas Marina. Section hotel. Race is winding down. Let me know what your favorite paint of the race was. Showing them off all race long. Tell me what your favorite paint job was and what car it was on. As well as who you predicted to win this race, and is that who's leading right now? Was it GT3? Did you have money on GT3 winning this race? Because anything can happen. You are 10 minutes away from finishing this race. This track has proven to be a great battle for the field. For sure. Cars are kind of spread out now down the straights. Two closest together are Stripes and Toru, 2nd and 3rd. Ooh, Stripes getting squirrely on the curbs there. For this track, I've said it, but I'll say it again, they're absolutely atrocious. Like, that one's not too bad. If it stayed for more than an eighth of a second. Some of these are pretty good. Like this one, if it was wider, pretty good. Length of time on the camera, fine. I wish they could calculate groups of cars. Also, but we can only work with what we're given. With just a few minutes remaining, 7 minutes to go. What's the time left on the clock, guys? Okay. Lights of that Bentley, I'm sure, are putting the pressure on Stripes at the moment. I'm sure Toru wants as many positions as possible on track. Not only for drivers' points battle, but the team points battle as well. Points are decided by combining drivers' points together to acquire team points. But seeing as both drivers don't have their teammates here on track today, well, Stripes did, but a DC has left him all alone. So the better the points that these two can acquire for each other would help the team out drastically in the points battle. You see, they're getting real close together as Toru, through the hotel section, is a lot faster on turn in corner entry than that Aston Martin. That Aston is a demon in the straights. You see Toru wiggling, giving it everything that Bentley's got. Just 6 minutes remaining. That leaves them with about 3 laps to go, maybe 4, depending on where they come across the line. Got a driver in pit lane. Not sure what had happened there. Let's do our door to door. At the moment. Oh, yes. NF cars I saw. Not only is the battle between Toru and Stripes starting to heat up, the drivers behind them are as well. Down on track, Diablo's still out in front in that group, but Black CR1 and Smokes, the gap between them is fairly consistent. So any kind of mistakes now, or any kind of hiccups out on track, either gain or loss of a position, guys raced in the last race, round 1 at Bathurst, so these guys are all battling for points together. There's no great distance in points between them, so they're going to want as many points gained as much as possible. Oh, as Toru made it around Stripes at some point. I missed that as well. No! Toru out in front. All the good things happen when I'm not looking. Toru out in front as they come across the line with probably 2 laps remaining. We'll see laps. This lap, next lap, and then the checkered flag. Heavy braking for Toru into the stadium section as Stripes is still there. He's not really going away, but GT3 has still got plenty of room between him and this second and third place battle, as the battle for 4th through 5th is ever getting closer as the timer winds down. They're heading into the double hairpin. That Aston Martin heavy under brakes, reeling that Bentley right back in. Stripes with a great line through there. Doing everything he can to carry as much speed as possible. Try and give himself an opportunity to make a move on Toru, but Toru had a great line as well. Just putting the power down, flexing that power of that Bentley down these long, long straights. Right on board with GT3, the 8-minute mark. You got another 2 laps. Next time by will be white flag. Yes. As we're on board with GT3 at the moment, heading through turns 3 and 4. Heading down into the stadium section as the battle between Black CR1 and Smokes is becoming more and more a thing the longer they stay out there. Black CR1 doing well without a wing to maintain speed. Trying to hold on to CPS Diablo's McLaren in 4th place, as they can see the headlights of 2nd and 3rd of Toru and Stripes as they head down the straight. Toru out in front in that battle. Black CR1 with a great line through the stadium section hairpin. They put the power down the straight. That Porsche gets great launch here at this track. I think the 2 cars that really benefit this track are the Audi and the Porsche. Right on board with Toru as he makes his way through the twisty bits where that Aston seems to be pretty well maintained of the 007 highlighter, yellow, green, whatever color you want to call it, Aston Martin. As they now head through the hotel section, as that Aston is super good under brakes in this sector. He's going to make a move. It's going to be in this area. We'll see what happens on this last lap. Yes, white flag is out. Last lap for GT3 as he goes across the line. Last lap, everybody. White flag is out. Everybody is done doing their lap. Line up in a row right after turn 1. Right hand side. Back to the battle between Toru and Stripes. Oh, Stripes really putting the aggression on there of Toru. Stripes looks to the inside, Toru on the outside. A little bit of fender tapping as Stripes gets the power down a little bit sooner, putting Toru on the rumble strips. But that twin turbo V8 Bentley is gonna say something back to that as Stripes makes his move to the left, pushing Toru all the way to the wall on the left-hand side. The driver's side is their break. Toru with the inside line right out in front of Stripes, taking the second position back. And just behind this battle is Black CR1 is under attack from Smokes. Out on track as well as CPS Diablo and that crew head through the double corks, or the double hairpin, as Stripes tries to make a move around the outside of Toru into the Marina section of the track. Still all over the back bumper of Toru. Toru made a great run as he heads into the hotel section. And that is going to be it for GT3. GT3 will take home round 2 victory. But the battle is still not decided between LSEM Stripes and SVR Toru. Toru making a comeback from the battle of last race, as he gets a little bit of a bump from LSEM Stripes, as Toru puts the power down, blocking the exit from Stripes. That was a great race to watch. Let's go to the driver's radio. Yeah, go ahead and park it there, Lulu, so I can get grid position. Yeah. Thank you, sir. CPS Diablo will take 4th. Black 01 will come in 5th place. Smokes with a very close 6th position, as 7th will fall to Tampa, as he had a off pit lane strategy from the rest of the crew. Yeah, and you also hit a wall. I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna let the audience think that. Yeah, you did have a controller malfunction. So that is, here is your unofficial grid order. GT3 in his Audi out in front, SVR Toru in 2nd place in his big-bodied Bentley. 3rd, you have LSEM Stripes. 4th, CPS Diablo. 5th, Black CR1 in his 911 Porsche. Smokes in his 74 Audi. And bringing up 7th overall in the 77 AMG Mercedes is Tampa. And everybody is there. I guess Diablo or I guess Lulu or somebody get a screenshot of the final grid order and send it to me in Discord, please. I have it from the stream, but it's just so much easier to look at it through my phone. Okay, yeah, send it to me. Smokes, much obliged. Thank you, sir. Okay. Alright. Smokes has it, he's got it. Lulu, you can do your victory donuts. Everybody, you can either stay and get your credits, or you guys can back out if you want. Lulu doing his victory donuts. Alright, so that will be our round 2 race. Thank you everybody who joined the stream. Thank you to all the drivers. Thank you to all the people who followed and subscribed. Go check out our YouTube channel, the Paddock Sim Racing on YouTube. Follow our social media, the Paddock_sim. Give us much love. If you want to join any of our races and any of our series, go ahead and click the link below and check out our website as well. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next weekend for NASCAR trucks at Watkins Glen. Happy racing, everybody.